Gents,
It's good.
was good, was good.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the winner circle. Now
Indeed.
rolling and rocking with the winners, baby. Rolling with the
Yes,
best. Feel great.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yo, T2, what's up? Cousins, what's up? Salute everybody in the chat. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Simple as that. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Let's get everybody in the chat. How you guys are feeling? How you guys are feeling out there? It's a Thursday evening, about to wrap up the week. How's it going in hot Atlanta?
You know, my boss is from Cali. You know, every time I talk about Cali, how I tell you, like, don't play with Cali dudes. What's been going on at work the past week is why you don't mess with Cali dudes. My Cali boss has been on some Cali shit. It's not a game. It's not a game. When Kendrick saying not like us, oh, he talking about people like my boss. Yeah. But he's
What
done
part of
everything.
Cali is he from?
Oh, yeah. He's from Cali. He's from LA. He's from Inglewood, Watts.
Mm,
Yeah.
the SWAT. Yeah.
Yeah. He's from the land. And he's well known. I've already said too much. Next topic.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey,
I hope he's not
Jizzle,
watching this.
how we looking in
I
West
hope he's
Virginia?
not watching this. You know why he hired me? He followed me on social media and he saw that I was always posting positive stuff and spending time with my daughter.
Mm.
So the first time he sat me down, he's like, I checked, you out. Like, what? It's like, yeah, he's like, I went through your social media, just kind of see who you were. He's like, that's part of why you're sitting here. So he's one of those dudes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's why you also watch what you post on social media. Don't be
Word.
out here. Don't be out
Absolutely.
here
I always
Yeah,
tell AG that. Like, be careful what you post and you put out.
I know you're not talking. We were talking about you. When I'm saying that, we're talking about you. We're not talking about AG.
Oh man.
But me, I'm like ghost on social media. I'm like ghost. I got like an alter ego out there. I got people doing that for me.
Well, you
Like,
see,
real talk.
we have conversations with you, so that makes us afraid for you. You have to understand.
Yeah.
I'm just here to support. I'm just here to support.
Yeah, safe place.
Yeah, safe place. Safe place. That's all it is. Family, safe.
Sometimes.
So, yo, AG, how we feeling in West Virginia, man? What's the weather out there in the mountains?
See, it's already
What?
started. Already
You
started.
know what? You know what, Sean? I'm not even going to entertain you today, man. I want to get to the proceedings at hand. This is a big episode for us. This is number 20, right?
Yes, it is episode
Yes.
20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big deal.
Yes.
Hey, real quick before we go, so I was thinking about my Liberals mixtape with the records that I drop next week. First of all, I'd like to add a bonus track. Okay? Kamala Harris performing Back Down by 50 Cent, backed by the House of Representatives in the Senate and the whole Liberal caucus.
Oh,
They're all going to be singing Back
you
Down.
can give me a heads up, bro.
They're going to be
This is what I meant when I said it's a safe place sometimes.
The House of Representatives
That's what I mean.
They're going to be in the back. Unit.
Oh my god, you gotta give me a heads up, bro. Like you should have just said you're about to say this.
I was thinking Gangsta Grizzles could host the mixtape, and we call it the Liberal Strike Back. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right. Now we can start the show.
Every
Bonus track. Back Down.
you start the show. Yo, T2, I would definitely let Coop know. Coop, you got a challenge out there. T2 wants to go rap album. We can go track for track against Good Kid, Mad City, and give the fans the vote. So we do have a station head, T2. I posted in the chat last week. I can post in the chat again this week. But we definitely can get you to go up against Coop and smoke Coop boots with Good Kid, Mad City. Winner takes all. You know what I mean? We putting bets out there.
See, this is what I mean. So, first of all, you shouldn't play with me like that, T2, because, off the top of my head, I thought to myself, well, I can beat you with Supreme Clientele. I can beat you with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I might even be able to beat you with Beat by Common. I'm definitely beating you with Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm gonna beat you. It's just about how I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
It's like I haven't decided how I'm gonna whoop that ass, T2.
Is
Pause.
is that a challenge? Are we going to do it? We can do that.
Oh yeah, he can. What? Hold on, Good Kid, Mad City, like 13 tracks. Like nigga, I beat you with Liquid Swords, probably.
Damn.
Just come and slap the shit out of you with some real like 90s hip hop. Yeah.
T2, we'll set it up. Send us a message. We'll get it set up for Station
Enter
F.
the Wu-Tang is 13 records. What if I play Enter the Wu-Tang? You have no answer for that. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild, even just sending the open challenge like that, because it was like Good Kid, Mad City versus any album. Like, that's kind of wild.
That is kind of wild. Yo. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's set it up. We'll set it up.
Don't want to do that.
Yo, T2, I'll hit you up on the side, bro, and we can get that set up for you.
Beat you with It Was Written. Beat you with It Was Written. 13 tracks. Slap this.
He ain't beating It Was Written. That's a cheat code. That's a cheat code.
Just saying, T2.
Yo, so fellas, get to it. Let's get to it. My shit is lagging like crazy. Let's get to it. AJ, I'm gonna kick it to you. We got Snoop.
Snoop deal double.
The deal double. The Olympics kick off tonight, fellas. And Snoop is going to be the actual what is it? He's the torchbearer for the Olympics this time around, which is, to me, is a strong feat for a rapper, just any rapper, period, but any artist like this to be able to be a flag bearer. How you guys are feeling about this?
Snoop is, I don't even know if it's arguable anymore. Snoop is rap's biggest superstar. I don't know if it's a superstar in the history of rap that has more notoriety and is more recognizable than Calvin Brodus, aka Snoop D-O double G, because 80-year-old grandmas know him, the ones that watch Martha Stewart, like, you know what I mean?
No,
Snoop,
that's real.
Yeah, for real. Like Snoop is everywhere, man. And he's over the years he's become, an icon, an ambassador for hip hop. And I think that we had a discussion about his music a few episodes ago, where he gets a lot of leniency on his catalog with Doggy Style. He put out one of the best albums ever to be released in hip hop. And he has some other solid efforts too. He has some other dope albums, but Snoop became such a large figure. He gets a lot of grace, with his icon status more than some other hip hop legends. You know what I mean? So I think he just got larger than rap itself to a degree. You know what I mean? He's an icon. He's a character. He's everywhere. Like, me and my son was just watching a movie the other day, Day Shift with Jamie Foxx. They vampire hunters. Snoop is in that joint, man. joint kind of wild. Yeah, I mean, Snoop's everywhere. So I think it's appropriate that he would be the torchbearer at the Olympics. And if we want somebody to represent us, represent hip hop, who better than Snoop, man? He's our biggest, brightest star, really.
So, I love your acumen, AG. It always it reminds me and gives me a reason to kind of look at things differently and think about things differently. I thought to myself, how ironic that the Olympics have enough, like funny in them to make Snoop Dogg the torchbearer. Think about it. It's kind of, I was like, look at them with like some personality. No, I echo most of your sentiments. First of all, you get a pass like Doggy Style when you make a Doggy Style. Because in a lot of ways, it checks all the boxes of a classic album more than maybe any other classic album ever made, which is why I say it's an easy top 5 rap album, and why I personally think it's better than The Chronic is because, it's like, well, what do you want? You want some street music? Well, it got that. Yep. Oh, you want some hits? Oh, it got that. You want some sales? First one to really sell and hit the charts like that. You want classic sequencing? Got that. Want classic rhymes that people remember and still sing to this day? Got that. You know what I'm saying? Got classic guest appearances? Yes. Nate Dogg, Corrupt, Lady of Rage. Shit, everybody sounds great on there.
Mm-hmm.
They sound like they sound the way the '96 Bulls played. You know what I'm saying? On that album.
Facts.
You know, so it's like, yeah, like he should be the guy. I've said this, like LL Cool J, and we're gonna talk about L later. LL Cool J is rap's first star.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop is our first superstar, and
Mm-hmm.
he has remained and maintained that for shit longer than he hasn't at this point. How about that?
And then the irony of it, Coop, I remember seeing an interview where Snoop was talking about he was real shy and didn't want to be in front of the camera when they were shooting G Thing. And like he said, if you look back and notice, you know, he said, I'm looking down most of the time. I won't look right at the camera when I'm rapping or whatever. So just to see him come from that to the megastar he is now, and like he's everywhere. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy seeing him come from that. And actually, me and my girl was having the same conversation a couple weeks ago too about Snoop. And you know, all these endorsement deals and commercials or whatever. Like he's such a big star. I made a funny comparison. I think him and Shaq are the two people that won't say no to any endorsement. Like them cats will endorse anything. You'll catch Shaq or Snoop or any commercial. It don't matter. So you know, Snoop's everywhere, man. So I think it's appropriate, man. I think it's dope.
They practice a little thing that we like to call a respect the check.
Yeah, if it's a check involved, you gonna catch one of them there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Where's Sean at? So we can move to the next topic. But yeah, I agree. Excited for Snoop. Happy for Snoop. Happy for Snoop and Braun.
Actually. Yeah, I think Sean was lagging a little bit, but me and Sean had a conversation behind the scenes.
AZ, Sean's always lagging. We've been carrying him. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but me and Sean had a conversation behind the scenes, and he hit me up and he was talking about, like, you know, a lot of Snoop's albums did crazy numbers, and he don't get the credit for some of those albums because I think Doggy Style is such a big shadow. I mean, R&G, Rhythm and Gangsta, you know, Blue Carpet Treatment, Last Meal. I think those are all dope albums. But he did numbers, and we came across a list that was the artists with the most platinum albums like ever, soloists and group. And Snoop had 7 albums on that list. And it's not a whole lot of people, not a whole lot of rappers walking around with, you know, 7 platinum albums. So that's a major feat in itself.
Those albums?
What's that?
Did the Chronic or the Chronic 2001 count?
No, they didn't even count those. So if you look at that, you probably look at his contributions, you could really say he has 9.
What is the Chronic in 2001 without Snoop Dogg?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, not 2 of the best rap albums ever that you've heard. Like,
yep.
Not that.
You're right. And there ain't 10 rappers walking around with that many platinum albums. You know, Snoop's did major numbers throughout his whole career.
Are there 5?
The list consisted of Jay-Z was in double digits. He led the list. I don't know. It was like 15, 16, something like that. When they counted the collab records too.
Hold
Kanye.
on. Pause. So you're meaning that they counted his collab records but didn't give Snoop the Chronic?
From what I remember, I don't think they listed those for Snoop. I have to go back and check, because like for Ice Cube, they counted like Straight Outta Compton, those sorts of things or whatever.
Yes.
Kanye was high on the list with 10 or 11. Drake was high on the list with 10 or 11. Those were the only cats that had double digits. Wayne had 9. Esco, who I got on the shirt today, a lot of people wouldn't, you know, give Nas that credit or think, but he has 7. But I don't think the list was updated because Hip Hop Is Dead was certified platinum here recently, and they didn't have that listed, and they didn't have the firm listed for Nas, and that's another platinum one under Nas's belt. So that would be 9 for Nas. Who else was on the list? I think Cole had like 6 or 7. You know, Snoop had 7. Yeah, I mean, that was about it, bro. Like they, you know, as far as soloists, you know, there's not a whole lot of people walking around with that many, you know, platinum albums.
There's not. Where was LL on the list? Where is it?
LL was on the list. Yeah, my fault. I forgot about L. I'd have to bring it back up and see, but it wasn't, more than 10 rappers with like, over a handful of platinum albums to their, under their belt. It was a dope list though, iconic status, longevity, numbers.
They don't lie, supposedly.
Yeah, putting numbers on the board.
Sorry, fellas. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good, bro.
Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure no more lagging. I had to change computers, man. It's crazy out here. YouTube. Shout out to YouTube.
This fancy Negro. I had to change computers right quick.
little subtle flex.
That's not a subtle flex. He's like, I pulled out a new MacBook.
That's not a flex.
It's wild.
Yo,
Sean, did you look at that list I sent you? I think T.I. might have been on that list.
Yeah.
It was a couple other cats on there, but Snoop's done major numbers over the years, man.
Yeah, he deserved it. Like y'all said it. I don't want to rehash what you guys are, eloquently put, but he deserved to carry the torch, man. Like honestly, like at the end of the day, Snoop is a businessman. He's an industry man. The way he transformed his career, this guy, don't forget, this guy was like on a murder trial. You know what I mean? Like his 3rd year in the game. He's in a publicized murder trial that he could have gone either way. You're on death row records. You survived a dark time in hip hop, and you're still here, and you get the chance to do something like this. Much love and respect to Snoop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, real quick. Tupac was in double digits on that list, but a lot of them joints was posthumous albums too. So, he was high up. But we don't talk enough. Go ahead, Coop.
He only got to make 5 albums. So
right. We don't talk a lot about Snoop in regards to the top MCs. Where do y'all personally have Snoop? Like top 20, 25, 30 when it talks about MCs?
I feel like he has to be in the top 20.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And like has to be, like it's a must have. Because here's the thing, he's the only person, and then we need to slide to the next topic. He's probably the only person that understands what Nas goes through with Illmatic, because he has Doggy Style. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like probably the only solo rap artist where it's like your debut album is just like that thing to everybody. You know what I mean? A lot of most solo artists don't have that. Not where it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like different. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Reasonable Doubt isn't everything to people because people argue about Reasonable Doubt in the Blueprint. You know what I'm saying?
True.
There's been some Illmatic written talk over the last 5 years, I would say. But for the first 2 decades, there wasn't much of a conversation.
Yeah. I think they're way differently though, Coop. What do you think of, I agree with your sentiment, but I think nobody's asking Snoop to recreate Doggy Style where Nas constantly gets hounded to try to top or recreate Illmatic.
See, that's where I think we disagree. I think people have been asking Snoop to make Doggy Style too for a long time. He just, so connective tissue to what Sean said. Well, he had a whole murder trial, and the murder trial kind of changed his style.
Mm-hmm.
And so he went under a stylistic change in terms of the songs and the stuff that he rapped about. Nas never really changed the things that he rapped about because he's a reflective rapper. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Coop freezing now.
Yes, YouTube, man. Shout out to YouTube. Yeah, Coop, you freezing up now.
Yeah, Coop might have to hop out and hop back in while we go to the next topic.
Yeah. So Coop, you froze. We're gonna go ahead and move to the next topic.
And that West Virginia Wi-Fi is killing y'all right now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got the bandwidth in West Virginia. That's crazy.
Virginia, man. That's because West Virginia doesn't have YouTube. So they can't really mess with West Virginians. That's what y'all said, West Virginians. That's what they call y'all, West Virginians.
Man.
Yeah. While Coop, yeah, he about to come back. While Coop get it right. Shout out to YouTube again. They have been messing up the stream today. I saw so many different notifications come through on YouTube. So yeah, shout out to YouTube. We love y'all too. But nah, you're right, man. Snoop. I have Snoop in my maybe bottom 20-ish, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the right way to put him. I do think that some of his music hasn't aged over the years, where we want to hold it. Like we hold Doggy Style in high regard for obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying? But after that, you had a big dud. I don't want to go into the whole diatribe on that, but he had a big dud with the Dogfather,
mm-hmm.
which was not a good album at all.
One of the most disappointing follow-ups ever.
Disappointing, absolutely. Shout out to my man Jay Sa out of Vegas. Jay Sa got some heat coming. We're gonna put Jay Sa up on a show to talk about his music. Jay Sa got some heat. I need to share with you and Coop here real soon. You good, Coop?
I don't know what the hell happened.
It's YouTube, man. I saw the notifications come through. Yeah, shout out to YouTube. 30% off the head. Shout out to
you know how I feel about YouTube. I've been flagged like a linebacker, like playing for like the Saints during Bounty Gate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's all types. I've been flagged so many times.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to YouTube. 30% off the head. We love y'all. Pieces of shit.
I mean,
fucking.
Oh man.
Worse than rap label owners, dude. They want 30%. Like off rip, and then they'll flag your money and fuck with your money if you say something they don't like. Like I don't like you too.
We don't like that. That's copyright. Nah. But anyway, my bad. Let me go off on a tangent. Shout out to Jar, my man Jay Sa. We got to get Jay Sa on the show. Jay Sa is a rapper out of Vegas. Got some heat. He's working on some stuff. He let me listen to some stuff earlier today. Jay Sa he's the truth. So he got some heat coming up. We definitely got to get Jay Sa. Thank you, Jay Sa, for hopping on. And thank you for Apple and Spotify in the chat as well. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love, Apple, for the last hit, the ads that you guys brought to us. Just want to give a shout out to all of you who actually show support and show love. And thank you to all the fans who's rocking through Apple that's out there in the different states, in the different cities, in the different countries that we were able to get the aggregate from to see who's out there rocking with us. So we appreciate that love as well. Let's talk about some LL love, man. Let's talk about ladies' love. What y'all think about LL, his new comment on Twitter? What y'all think, man? So y'all gonna learn. Yeah. See you soon. History will tell tale. First of all, Queens get the money. Let me get that out the way.
Get that out the way.
Let's get that out the way real quick. So, AG, I'm gonna start with you, man. What do you think about L, man? What is that message telling you from L?
Yo, LL staying on brand, man. LL been braggadocious for 40 years. Why stop now? That's who he is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he's ultra competitive, man. Like probably one of the most competitive rappers we got in the space. Like top 2 or 3. If I'm being honest. Like L is that guy, man. And I'm really looking forward to the new album, and I think he's gonna bring something special.
You've seen it. What do you think, Coop? What that message tells you? What does that message tell you from L? How do you feel about that?
He has the confidence of a man that's been doing this longer and at a higher level than everybody else at the same time, because he has been. He is who I thought he was. He's been a legend since he was a teenager. He's in his 50s, and he is still a legend. And judging from the music that I'm hearing, he's making some pretty dope-ass rap music in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I feel like he's talking the way he should be talking, quite frankly. Like last week when I said, well, this is really where rap gets a lot of its bravado from, especially the solo MC. It's this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's just bearing witness, to the fruit that he bears. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's L. This is like what he does. You know what I'm saying? This is how he is. Like even when you watch the Charlemagne interview and you see how he talks and how he moves and the authority that he speaks with, you know, he's been doing this since he was a teenager. The flawless victory for you has somebody, if you get the opportunity to interview him, because he's going to be entertaining, he's going to be confident, he's going to tell stories, he's going to put things together. He's Uncle L. So it's like, no, like, you know, let him talk his shit, because, you know, he tends to also talk his shit the most when he's got a good product.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
He talks his best shit when he has a good product. And so him talking this way makes me excited for the product, quite frankly, because I'm like, oh, it's the guy that was made Mr. Smith and Mama Said Knock You Out and Bigger and Deffer. It's like, oh, okay. If he's that guy, I mean, if he's that guy, we need to have a conversation about him, because he will have made a great album later than anybody ever has in their career. And hit-wise, is probably only rivaled by Snoop, in my opinion.
Hit-wise for L?
Yeah. Like when I mean hit, I mean like all-time hit. Like it's not just a classic rap song; it's one of the classic rap songs. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Snoop.
Give me an example of that.
What?
Give me an example.
In recent years, you mean in recent years, Sean?
Yeah, like just give me an overall example, like a LL joint that is universal versus a Snoop joint that is universal. Like I want to understand that where you're coming from.
Let's just say Drop It Like It's Hot. That's a universal classic hit for Snoop. LL got joints like that in the tuck as well.
What would you call it? Jiggling Baby or Roundaway Girl? Which one?
Well, yeah, not to take it back that far, but you know, you could say like Lounging, whatever, you know.
Okay. I was just asking. I'm just curious about that. That's an interesting take. I was just curious about that.
Jingling Baby's bigger than Drop It Like It's Hot in hip hop culture, at least. Maybe not in mass culture.
Jingling Baby was massive.
Maybe not.
That was massive.
It was.
Yeah, it was massive.
It was massive for its time. Rap was still a little cultish around that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
I
Need Love was like, to me, like everything. I think I Need Love might be the biggest and most important transition of hip hop for me. Like for just to be able to have a ballad like that for women.
Well, I tell you what, like Nelly and Ja Rule and like all those dudes, like they exist because that record exists.
Yeah. LL was their blueprint.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He has a lot of blueprint plans like in his house, like what he's done for the game. From like, I think part of the reason why he doesn't get mentioned the way that he should is because he has talking points are more like how he crafted the game as a whole for the MC, not necessarily the MCing. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Timeless. Timeless. It has no age stamp on it. It has no time stamp on it.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a super chat. AJ, you got us?
Yeah, shout out to Tracy G with the $5 super chat. I'm ready for LL album. The old head's been putting out fire. Glad Nas was able to motivate. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I don't think Nas will get the credit he deserves for this surge of 90s MCs, in LL's case, 80s MCs putting out this music. But Nas encouraged them. You know, he said it. Called my counterparts, told them they got to try it. You know, so
yeah.
I mean, okay, so this is what I mean about L though. L is the type of dude that it's like, well, he said in the interview, it's like, well, I'm the one that sparked all this with Rock the Bells, because that's his mentality. That's the bravado. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Because who's to say that, you know, maybe a rapper like, I don't know, from Queens, like, I don't know, when Nas maybe woke up one day and listened to Rock the Bells and maybe heard his favorite KRS song, his favorite Kane song, his favorite Rakim song, and his favorite Public Enemy song, and it just maybe might have just inspired him to just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So L can say that to a degree. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying it happened like
yeah,
that.
still sharp and
Just,
still.
you know,
Like Nas sat down with LL during the Paid in Full documentary. So, you know, I'm sure they talked about not Paid in Full, sorry, the Supreme Team documentary. So other than talking about the Supreme Team, you know, I'm sure they might have chopped it up about like music and, you know, because that was in the middle of Nas's run when he put that out. So, you know, and then Nas got a feature on his album. So LL pays attention to everything. He knows what Nas is doing. So, you know, still sharp and still. So
Absolutely. Speaking of Nas, he just brought out AZ in the last concert at the orchestra. And I thought, for me, I like to see stuff like that, especially the artists, you know, like Nas and AZ, who started together, like literally started, you know, together, who's been on a run together for such a long time, to be on the stage like this. And AZ even mentioned in his Instagram, you know, like how much of an honor it was, you know, for them being kids, starting out 17, 18 years old, making Illmatic, and just him being the only feature on Illmatic. Of course, Life's a Bitch. And also just being able to bring a full circle in the sense to be on the orchestra rapping Life's a Bitch. Who would ever thought that you would have a song like that and you have an orchestra in the background playing it? How do you guys feel? Did you guys get a good feel for that, having AZ and seeing Nas and AZ on a stage rocking with the orchestra?
Go ahead, Lupe.
You know, specifically to Life's a Bitch, it's not the best rap feature of all time, but it might be the most special. Like, I don't know if it's the best. Oh, no, AG, you're right. It's up there. Like,
I have it only second to Verbal Intercourse.
See, I think you're talking on some rap shit. And that's why I mean, well, it's most special. Because as much as I love Verbal Intercourse, Life is a Bitch is actually a better record and a more special record. As much as I love Verbal Intercourse.
I agree with that.
And so that's what I mean is, it's like, well, if this is truly like rap's greatest album, or let's just be objective and say to ourselves, well, on a worst case scenario, this is a top 5 rap album of all time, right? Just to somebody who may not be part of his core fan base, yes, top 5 rap album. Well, who has a more special guest appearance on a top 5 rap album than AZ on Life's a Bitch? And that's what I mean about, like, it's not only one of the best guest verses of all time, but it might be like the most special guest verse, because it's moments like this that he provided in that record that kind of put Illmatic in its upper echelon status. And
you would have to refer back to the first guy we talked about, Snoop, to even have that conversation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So it's there. It's right there, and so it's special anytime they can get together and do anything. Their actual on wax records together, I don't think that we've heard at least amass more than 20. Does it even have 15? I feel like it might be 15 if you include the firm stuff, like 15, 16.
They got about 20 joints if you count the firm joint.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like it's somewhere between 15 and 20, right? Because I don't even think it's a full 20 piece. Is it a full 20, AG?
Yeah, they got 20. Because I made a mixtape one time myself, and they got about 20 joints. If you count the firms, just not them as a
right.
duo.
You got to count the firm shit though, right?
The La Familia, the joint time.
Affirmative Action, Time.
Yeah,
right.
Serious. That was a joint that was unreleased.
Yeah,
which was hard. That should have been on Streets Disciple. Jeez.
Which one?
Serious.
Yes, tight as a midget's closet.
Yeah,
that
was crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. And they got the I don't think a lot of people know about the Everything Is Everything remix with Joe. That's another dope joint.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, they got a lot of joints.
So they got, I wouldn't call 20 a lot, but
yeah,
they got joints.
It's a sample. It's a sample.
It's enough.
How about this? It's a large enough sample size, and we can say like, how about this? How many of the 20 joints is really like bangers? Are all 20 songs good?
See, now you're being disrespectful. Because
no, I'm asking questions. Somebody has to.
Because of who they are, you want to be 100% across the board. You want to be 20 for 20. When I think you might be.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold y'all. They got about like 8 elite joints. Like Life's a Bitch.
But that's expectation from them. That's what I'm saying. Like for these two.
Supposed to have 8.
I mean, let's go through it. Let's go through it though.
8 of them better be fucking epic.
But I'm saying, let's go through it though. We got Life's a Bitch, More Money, More Homicide. Phone Tap is top tier, right? Then are we counting Give Me Yours? Nas singing the hook. Are we counting that?
No.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then you got
I kind of feel like that hook is important.
Okay. The Flyest. Oh, it is important. First nigga to sing a hook on some TJ Swan shit. He said it. Like that's a fact. The Flyest, the Essence. I love the Essence. That got nominated for a Grammy too. Didn't win, but got nominated. Best rap, duo or collaboration, I think it was. What else we got? I mean, that's about 7 joints.
Yeah, that's enough. What?
What do you say about how you living?
How you living? I hold that high. How you living is up there.
I like how you living.
Yeah.
And the Essence.
And then we didn't even bring up yet. I said the Essence, and then we didn't even talk about affirmative action. Like a posse cut joint.
Yeah.
I'm talking about them.
And La Familia.
La Familia. Yeah.
Yep. So they up there. Oh, speaking of More Money, More Homicide, Taj posted a clip where they actually performed that with the orchestra. I thought that was dope because, how many concerts would you go to and expect to hear that joint?
Well, when you think about it, though, listen to the beat.
Yeah, a lot of strings. A lot of strings in the beat. Facts.
Yeah.
Enough for a 30, 40-piece band. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's easy work.
Yeah. I don't want the orchestra people coming after me. Be like, your homie Coop.
Yeah.
Called our orchestra a band. We're gonna beat this nigga with a horn.
Do that. Yeah.
Yo, you don't know orchestra people. Okay, they're under a lot of stress. You don't know what they'll do. You don't know that.
Yo, peace to Ill Magic with the $2 super chat. Did Nas try to get Andre back to rapping?
No, Coop did.
And LL did. LL told the truth.
I failed miserably, and so did LL. Next question, please. No trauma. It's going to be a no trauma episode. How about that? Yeah. No trauma episode.
Yo, Self with the $2 super chat. Hook on Defy My Name sounds like Move the Crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Tracy G with a $5 super chat. Appreciate it. Why no talks about Keith Murray in these top 100s? Very underrated.
Dearth of material.
Yeah, Keith. He's one of the nicest, but I don't know if he makes any of those major lists.
Okay. Does he have a top 100 rap album?
No.
And most of his highlights is beside somebody else as a collaborative, artist or a feature, other than Beautifulest Thing in This World, But most of his career highlights are rapping with other people.
Yeah.
Well, his best moments to me are him spitting those verses over the Who Shot Ya beat on Mary J. Blige's My Life and the I Shot Ya remix. So outside of Who Shot Ya and I Shot Ya, you know what I mean?
But ain't no shots.
Not no shots. Like Most Beautifulest Thing in the World, the album. It's got Get Lifted on it. How's That? Redman and Eric Sermon was a dope record. There was a few joints on there, but
El Nino is slept on too, Coop. You like that?
No. I love me some El Nino. Six
Yeah.
is a Redman fan, so he used to play El Nino all the time. Like, how about this? El Nino is like your quintessential 4 to 4.25. It's like it's somewhere in that territory. It's not epic, but they bob and weave on every track in about 3 minutes to 4 minutes. They get in and out. It's quick, it's swift, it's fun, it's entertaining. The rhymes are there, the beats are there. It's a really dope ass project.
Not talked about enough.
Yeah,
it's not. It's one of those rap albums that doesn't get talked about enough. You're absolutely right.
I don't know why. Do you think it's because it came out in that era? Because that was Rough Riders era.
It was so much heat dropping.
It was so much heat. Yeah.
How about this? If they would have made that record like right after Muddy Waters, like 96 going into 97, if they would have did it like 97, oh, it'd be totally different.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because El Nino came out in what, 98, right? Was it 97, 98?
It's 98.
98.
It feels 98. And I feel like it's like summer 98 too.
I think it was summer 98 because
I mean, you got two X albums, you got Moment of Truth, like you got all kind of crazy stuff.
Punishment.
Dropping around DMX. It's dark and hell is hot time. It's
you
just
can't survive.
not a good idea.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Not a good
We didn't know it was going to happen like that.
Not at all. Not at all.
Nope.
That doesn't get talked about enough.
That's why I hold them so high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the more special. It's one of the more special rap albums, but it's one of the more special rap moments too.
Absolutely. Cool. It took us out of a dark time of hip hop. Straight up, like it took us out of a dark time, put us in a different dark time. Like, because you're talking about off the heels of losing Pac and Big.
Yeah.
In the Shiny Stu era. Then you had Wu-Tang Forever at their zenith, where that was like the pinnacle of Wu-Tang in 97.
You know what he did? He threw hip hop back in the mud.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, he's like, we not polishing shit up anymore. We taking our shirts off in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Call Hype, call Sheik and the rest of the Locks and the rest of the Yonkers. We're gonna take the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I mean, if you look at it though, hip hop is like dog years though, because that Shiny Suit Puffy era wasn't as long as what we really make it out to be.
No,
you know what I mean?
But that's what's so important about DMX. It's like, no, that happy shit was about to continue until he made It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Right. But this is like coming just 1 year later, but it seemed like so much longer than that though. You know what I mean? In real time.
He ended an era before the era was able to get momentum. That's what's special about it. Look at who he did it to. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so important about it. It's like when your team that you think is about to go win the championship 3, 4, 5 years in a row, and then it's like they win one championship, and out the middle of nowhere, this team that you would never expect comes and starts winning all the rings.
Right.
That's what he did.
Yes and no. I don't disagree, but here's what I would say. We still had a dynasty going on with the Shiny Suit era because you had Mace Harlem World, you had Big Life After Death, you had No Way Out. These albums came out in 97 back to back. This is a triple.
No.
And they all hit.
Like I said. And for 97, you win the championship.
Right.
No, but to my point, that era seemed like in real time, it seemed longer like that was like a 3-year run, when all that stuff really kind of happened within the same year.
They got 18 months.
Yeah.
They got 18 months. 18 months.
Yo, shout out to L Boogs. Appreciate the love, L Boogs. Appreciate the love.
Appreciate it. No doubt.
18 months.
Yep.
Niggas ain't winning no more rings. Get at me, dog.
It was.
I tell people, Get at Me, Dog is the most ambitious first rap single in the history of rap. Think of because you got to think about the time. Like y'all remember. Think about the time that he dropped that as his first single in. You know how important that is.
Yeah, because he's a new artist too. Yeah.
Tone setter. It is a tone setter if ever there's a tone setter for a lead single for an album.
Yeah.
That joint was like a booster shot to the game though, bro.
Y'all niggas want to be killers. Y'all niggas want to feel us. Y'all niggas want the real.
But we overlooked him. He was on the Mace joint. He was on 2 joints on Mace album.
Hold on. Think about this. Why is he closing out a rap song on Mace's album?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then Sheik is on the hook to Get at Me, dog.
While Mace is moving 4 or 5 mil, like he was about to move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Forget that. Mace, like Harlem World was triple platinum like within like a year.
But let's call it what it is. Mace turned back into Murder for the closer on DMX's album. He knew what time he had to be on if he was going to be on X's album.
You got to shoot the fair one.
You got to survive like that. Yeah.
Gotta shoot the fair one. It's like, no, you got to close out my shit. I'm gonna close out yours. And X is probably like, you better not come with no bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Absolutely.
So he probably got Murder Mace because of how DMX murdered 24 Hours to Live.
Absolutely.
He's a standout amongst some monsters on that track. Yeah. All right. Brandon Rogers, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. The shiny suit era was the 99 St. Louis Rams. DMX is Tom Brady. That's a good one.
Straight up. There'll be no dynasties for you.
Yeah.
One ring. You get one ring.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So, fellas, let's stay with Nas real quick, just to pay homage to the first year anniversary of Magic 2. Magic 2 came out a year ago, a couple of days ago. AG rocking the shirt tonight is showing love to Magic 2. But again, Nas actually posted on his Instagram, giving love to the first year anniversary of Magic 2. Are you guys still listening to Magic 2 out there? I don't want to stay on this too long. I just want to pay homage to it because Nas paid homage to it. But are you guys still listening to Magic 2 right now?
I listened to it yesterday, actually. Just, for the relevancy of it. It's still a dope album to me. It's more experimental than the rest of the other 5 projects. And if I'm ranking them, I would rank Magic 2 last. But I still think it's a great effort. And I think it's suffered mainly because of its namesake. If he would have named it something else, I think we would be having a different discussion about it. Because a lot of people were expecting the boom bap sound of Magic 1, even though he tells you in Abracadabra, I'm a magician, you should listen, it's never the same tricks. I'm doing something different this time. So I hit you with the okie doke. You was expecting this, but when you expected me to zig, I zagged. So,
right.
But I think that hurt it in a lot of people's minds because they was looking for a certain sound. And aside from that, I think if this album happens earlier in the run instead of being the 5th album, we have a different conversation about it. I think it's held to a little higher regard, but in my opinion, it's a solid 4 mic album, and I think it's truly dope. Nas was getting off on that joint, different flows, different pockets. Hit Boy was experimental with the beats, and I think this album showed a lot of versatility.
No doubt. It holds a special place in my heart. I think I listened to this album when it first released, probably more than I wanted to be quite honest. I love the album, but I remember we were prepping.
You love the album? You love the album?
Here's why, because it holds a sentimental value to me. Like when this album was about to come out, we were getting word that someone's about to drop the album. And we knew it was coming, but we wanted some prep time because we wanted to get some things set up, get algorithms in place, get streaming and everything in place. We were trying to build up StreamYard to be prepared for it. If you guys remember, we actually brought David Kim, the engineer of the Magic and KD series. We brought him on Station Head the night that it was about to come out because we got the word. Like I was in San Francisco and I got the message saying, "Hey, it's about to drop." I'm like, "What's about to drop?" They said, "Son is going to drop it," and it kind of threw everything off. So when I got the copy of it that's about to drop, I'm like, shit. So I had to get ready for it, and we weren't ready. And that was like him making that decision on his own, saying, I want to just drop this and, feed it to the people. Because Magic 2 was supposed to come out later on. I don't want to give too much up. It was supposed to come out later on in the year, as opposed to that time, as opposed to July. It was supposed to come out a little bit later. And then something else is going to come out, right? I'm not going to get into much in that. So we were prepping for it, but not realizing he was going to pivot real quick and just say, here, it's here. Do what you need to do. And we playing catch up. And I played that album for damn near 6 hours. Yeah. Trying to get the algorithms, trying to get it in the algorithm, trying to get the streaming and the numbers up just based on that. And the fans, some didn't like it, some liked it. Some people shitting on the fact that 50 felt like 50 cashed in his mailed in his verse. So it was just all over the place, man. So that's why it holds a little bit more sentimental value to me because I saw everything at its inception up until to the finished product of it. What say you, Coop? I know Coop is not a fan of Magic too.
Other than Death Row East, isn't your favorite Nas and Hit Boy song on this album, Coop? Slow It Down. Isn't that your other favorite?
I love Slow It Down. It is one of my favorite songs from
That
this
back
run.
end run, the pistols on your album cover, what it all really means.
Okay, so let's talk about it. The end of the album, what this all really means, Slow It Down, and Pistols on Your Album cover, that's a great ending. It's the best run.
Damn, Coop.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Y'all are stuttered on my side. I don't know what's going on. I think it's storming in Georgia again.
We can hear you now, Coop. You good?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to say, I think it's storming up here. It's been storming for days down here. No, I was saying the end of the run of the album, you know what I'm saying? And Office Hours, he's stellar on Office Hours. I think people are so concerned about 50 and what 50 does. I think people forget how stellar he is on Office Hours. I think Motion is a great beat, and his flow pattern on there is really intricate and really that's the record where I'm like, he has a Biggie level of style and cadence to him now in terms of how he knows how to put together a record. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was Biggie's style where he really won. You know what I'm saying? And so there are records on there, but even with all of that being said about what I love about the project, it's still the weakest of the six. And that's just really what it is at the end of the day. Yeah. So, but I think this album being the weakest of the six says a lot about the quality of material that you got, because I just named 5 records that I thought were great, and there's only 11 songs on here,
Right.
And I didn't even mention Abracadabra, which I think is a solid record. You know what I'm saying? It's not like oh my God, but it's a dope record. You know what I'm saying? But Office Hours, Motion, What This All Really Means, Pistols on Your Album cover, and for me, of course, Slow It Down. Slow It Down is my second favorite song, objectively, next to Store Run of this era that him and Hit Boy just gave. So, great project. Overall, it's just all the shit he did around it. He did KD3 around it, and he did Magic, and he did. I mean, KD
coming after KD3 it's tough.
when I go listen to KD1, even when I hear Blue Benz now and Car 85 and 27 Summers and 10 Points and Spicy and Full Circle and All Bad with Anderson .Paak, I'm like, damn, it's actually holding up pretty damn well. That was 4 years ago.
Yep.
Told you. Yeah.
Do y'all like how he oh, go ahead, Coop, my fault.
No, you're good.
I was just gonna ask y'all, do y'all like how he leaned into the Magic theme more on this Magic too? Because it seemed like on that one he was having a lot of fun, him and Hit Boy really leaning into the theme of it all.
I wasn't feeling it, man. I'll be honest with you, because remember I think I hit you up, AG. You and Trifer. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like I said, because the joy, man, yo,
the promos with the Houdini promos.
Yeah. Because I was trying to get you guys prep. I was like, yo, this is going to be a little bit different. So just, you know what I mean? I didn't want to give it away because, again, we were still trying to figure out how we're going to get in front of it. Because we were told we had X amount of days, X amount of weeks to get ready. And then they were like, nah, scratch that. You got 24 hours.
Right.
Oh, shit. What's going on? So, man.
That was a wild time.
Wild time. Man, fun times. I didn't sleep at all for damn near 2 days. Fun times.
That sounds like you.
But shout out to Son, man. 1 year anniversary on Magic 2. I mean, it's like July has been the Nas month of album releases and anniversaries. So I love to see it, love to hear it. For real, for real.
Well, he's made a lot of rap albums too. He's made a lot of rap albums.
A lot.
Yeah,
Of rap.
it was Lost Tapes 2 was like a week ago or something.
Yes, it was. I forgot about it. You're right. You're right.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that.
Don't do that, man. QB politics.
Don't keep it down.
Man.
I'm with you on that one, Coop. I got that one towards the bottom.
All right, let's go to the next subject.
Next subject.
Let's go to the next subject. Let's okay, Coop. Since you want to do that, Coop, let's go to Cole.
Yo. Whoa.
Let's go to Cole, Coop.
Whoa. Where's the Atlanta weather now when I need it?
Since you want to talk great, let's go to Cole, Coop. Shit. Talking about, man. You talking about Lost Tapes 2. Let's talk about people saying that Vince Staples is on the same level as Cole. You know?
Yo, that's wild. I don't know what Twitter was on that day, but that's wild.
Let Coop talk. Coop talking about Magic 2. He's talking about Lost Tapes 2. Nah, Coop, talk about J. Cole. Yeah, Coop. Shit. Cole get the money? North Carolina get the money? I'm trying to you want to be cute up here talking about
No. Let me know when you're finished. Let me know when you're finished.
All right, I got off my chest.
Feel better? Do you feel better?
I feel much better.
Glad. No. I'm glad that you feel better. So this is what happens when you walk out into the street and you act like you want to throw hands, and then it's time to throw hands. And then instead of throwing hands and risking getting your ass whooped, because that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
You might win, but you also might lose. But do you think that your hands are good enough to stand the test? Okay. I mean, if you fight me, it needs to be your whole body, because I want to sling a chair, grab a pipe, whatever I can do to beat you, I will. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But this is what happens when you go inside instead of fight. Like, because had he at least even stayed outside and fought, this wouldn't even been able to catch any sort of steam or wind or fervor. It wouldn't have caught any of that had he fought. Because the talk still would be at this point how the fight went. Because the fight was that big. Mm-hmm. Think about how long niggas talked about Tyson and Holyfield after it happened, and then leading up to the second one, and then after the second one. We talked about that shit for 5 years. It was the biggest fight of the era. That's what happens when you have the biggest fight of the era. That's why we still are 2 decades removed from a Nas and AZ battle that we still reverence like it happened 3 years ago. Because it was that big. And so he walked away from the biggest moment of this era. And you leave yourself self-susceptible to everybody's jab when you do that. You do. You leave yourself susceptible to that. So this is some bullshit. And I'm done. All right. Your turn. AG, what you think?
Yo, I'm just here for the jokes. Y'all seen the memes with Joe Biden and Cole, like, side by side?
Yeah, let Coop hear it. I want the chat to also let Coop hear it as well.
I told you want to know what? At this point, J. Cole's going to be the only rapper on the Liberal Strike Back mixtape.
Nah, Cole was riding his bike in New York with Trader Truth. They had a little marathon, decathlon, triathlon, whatever, one of the joints or something.
Yo, these
they
guys
gave him a custom Dreamville bike.
I don't care if they gave him a hexagon, a pentagon, an octagon. Like, I don't know what they did. Like, I don't care what the math. I'm saying I don't care what the mathematics are.
Yeah. I got a real question though. Big Sean's about to drop. If he puts out a really great album, does he move ahead of Cole, since, in Cole's mind, people that Cole dropped so far?
You see what I'm saying about what happens when you go inside? I
don't think so, man. I don't think so.
This is depressing, is what it is.
No, cool. You got to sit through this. You got to sit. You got to talk. The people want you to talk about this. This is your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to say what I've been saying all year.
Yeah.
Oh, he better make album of the year.
There's no other choice.
You said it got to be a purple tape.
I said purple tape-ish. Purple tape-ish.
No.
I'm serious. I'm not joking. Think about it. A great album removes all of this talk.
Okay, let me ask you this, Cool. Has he shown
One great
us
album. One really great album. An album of the year. Like, what the fuck? One album of the year.
It's triggered.
One. Every record needs to sound like one off Supreme Clientele.
It's not. I'm sorry. Cool.
And even if it did, like his talk got to change. Like he had his talk was heavy before. Like he can't come with that same energy now. So it's like I don't even know. And he's a very conceptual MC. So he can make a dope conceptual album. But that talk that he was talking before he bowed out, he can't put a whole bunch of joints like that on the album.
Cool.
You know
it's not going to be. At least I don't think it should be any Johnny P. Caddy versus type verses on the album.
No,
that's what led him to having arguably the best feature run of this era was talk like that.
He put himself in position to be number one of the big three.
But he can't do that no more, Cool. After this,
no,
it's going to be like Big Willie style. Remember Will Smith brought out Big Willie style?
Stop it, Sean.
Stop it. Like this with his hand.
next topic. Sean being disrespectful, yeah.
I'm just saying that's the level that he's going to have to go to.
And Nas wrote on that record, so you being double disrespectful. So
Will on the front cover like this though was crazy though. Like no one want to talk about that. No one. Yo, we're not talking about that, man.
Yo, next topic.
All right, my bad. Yo, shout out to Deuce Faco, man. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, man. For real. Tracy G, again, we appreciate you. Y'all gonna realize real soon, Cole is that nigga. Cole would not be better than Cole ever. I don't think, look, let me be clear. Staples and Cole, it's not even an argument. Like Coop said, you open yourself up to this. Open yourself up to this.
That's what I mean. So this isn't about the merit of the battle. This is about what you made yourself susceptible to.
Right.
This is the classic example of a self-inflicted wound.
Yes.
You work, your occupation is in a competitive jungle and sphere.
Yes.
Inherently.
Unfortunately,
you were considered to be one of the kings of this jungle.
Very well said.
And you have been talking like a king of this jungle.
Yes. Very well.
And then it's time to have the Royal Rumble. And you fall and tumble. Bars. Let's go. Next topic.
I don't want to do it no more. But here's the good thing. Middle Child just went diamond. So Tracy G, there you have it. The potential is there. Middle Child just went diamond.
Which I think is arguably his best song.
Straight up.
Love that record. I was about to say, I don't know how y'all feel about his records. I feel like that's a top 5, top 10 Cole record.
Nah, it's my favorite J. Cole record.
Best AG?
Yeah, I do.
I think it's best. I think it's his best. From top to bottom, back and forth.
Really? You think so too? Y'all both think it's best record?
Yeah, the hook, the energy, how he's spitting on there. Yeah. T minus came with a dope beat. Like, I mean, it checks all the boxes.
It does.
If that's what you're saying, listen to what I'm about to say. That's that bullshit that I'm talking about. Like, how does Middle Child stack up to you to trees?
To which I didn't hear what you said. To what?
Money trees.
I prefer me personally. I prefer old Money Trees. Personally, I do.
Yeah. Money Trees is one of my favorite Kendrick joints too, but it's so conceptual. Like, I don't know, man. I might lean towards Middle Child, but I'm with you though. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you feel like this is his best record, I would submit to you, well, that's what my problem is.
Yeah, and like, Money Trees is arguably not Kendrick's best record. You know what I mean? He got a lot of it.
Right, because he's got about 4 to 7 other records in the vicinity of that record, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. How many records do Cole got like that in the vicinity of Middle Child, and we're all still saying Money Trees is a better record, and you walked away from the back?
Right. Yeah. Hey, y'all fans out there, take note, man. Coop giving Kendrick his props right now. So
very problematic.
Off the heels of J. Cole.
Very problematic that this is happening.
I don't believe him, but we'll go with it.
You
I
need
don't
more
believe
people.
myself.
I don't believe him.
Terrible.
Coop is doing reverse psychology right now. Coop is it's reverse psychology, man. Coop is a sick motherfucker. Y'all need to
So sad. You better make album of the year. That's all I have to
Yeah.
say. I don't want to talk about anything else. It's like, how's the album? Like, y'all are going to have to, because of the trauma that's been inflicted upon me and my North Carolina family. You all are going to have to listen to the project before I do to tell me if I should even listen to it. Because if it's just going to piss me off, I'm just going to listen to it objectively so we can rate it for the show. But I'm probably going to need a day or two.
Well, this is why that's going to be damn near an impossible task, Coop, because you're using joints like the purple tape as the bars that he haven't even said himself. Like if you said that, okay, if he puts out a joint on the level of Forest Hills, then that'll, you know what I mean? Or a joint on the level of Born Sinner, then that'll, you know. No, you're saying the bar is going to have to be better than anything that he's ever put out before himself. So that's what's going to make this task so hard.
Yes.
The album of his life.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, the album. Yeah, the album of his life. He got to put that out now.
and this is an important one.
Common did it
with B. Not with this one. You're talking about with B, right?
With B, hell no, not with this one. Yeah,
I'm just making sure. I'm like, yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I thought you were tweaking over there for a second.
No,
I was
I'm
like,
triggered right now. No, I'm triggered right now. I'd like to apologize. Totally triggered right now. This is some bullshit.
I thought you was tweaking over there. I thought you were saying auditorium was that.
This is not the conversation that I wanted to be having.
Why? No, we're going to have it.
No, in July. No, listen, in July of this year, with how this year started, I was not prepared to have this conversation in July.
Right. Sean just doing this to you because we made him talk about Ghostface.
I thought we had this conversation like in a totally different context. It's like, so how did this J. Cole, this record go against this Kendrick? You know what I'm saying? Think about this. He doesn't have enough ammunition on Cole to make a Not Like Us.
He don't. He would have hit the brick wall.
It's ridiculous. And so now I have to suffer from more from the worst fan base in rap history because their guy's walking around being a torchbearer too. And he's walking all on top of Drake's ass while he's doing it. This is some bullshit.
Yo, walking.
Yeah. But in a fight, you got to know if you could take a hit or not. It's like Cole stole on him, and it was like, yo, I don't even know if I should have did that, fam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
My bad. You know what I'm saying? I guess he figured out he could take a hit.
Me, it's been like I had to steal on your ass. Fuck right. You.
Yo, that was like when Iron Man hit the Hulk. You know,
he said, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yo, we got Ill Magic. $5 chat. Appreciate you, Ill Magic. Y'all think JID would have walked away if he was in the middle of Drake and Dot? Absolutely. No.
JID is competitive.
He's very competitive.
Yeah.
He's fierce. And he doesn't have a conscience. I think Cole does have a conscience.
Yeah.
He has a conscience. This $2 chat says Money Trees is only good because J Rock verse.
Let's not do that.
Don't do that. Crazy.
Let's not do that.
I agree with Casey G. Whatever Casey G says, I agree.
That's wild.
Thank you for the super chat. I just agree. But you can say anything except that Ghost is not all the time. I agree. My bad, Coop. I'm gonna get off of Coop, man. Pause. I'm gonna leave Coop alone for a little while, man. No, I'm not. Actually, I do
sound like a pedophile. Sound like a pedophile.
Right? Yo, I say pause. Yo, but you know what? I second guess myself. I'm not gonna stop because Cool. What do you think about Common and Pete Rock having 3,000 to 5,000 sold?
Come on, Sean. I thought we weren't gonna do this, man. We talked behind the scenes.
I'm just asking a question.
I thought we were.
I'm asking a question. The auditorium sold like 5,000, I think. And I thought y'all wanted to talk about it. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
No.
All right. So you're not gonna talk about it?
I don't know if any album has made me feel as old as this album made me feel when I heard those numbers.
See, now you talk. So AG, get on him because you're talking about me.
No,
No, I'm
I don't even
serious.
know why we making this a discussion. Who expected this to sell? Look, Common is from
Hold on. Go ahead. No. You want to know, AG? Talk your shit.
because listen. Common is from the physicals era. Bro didn't move major units in his prime. Like he doesn't even have we talked about all the artists with platinum albums, multiples. Common doesn't have one. He has a couple gold joints, I believe, but no platinum albums. So
Like Water for Chocolate's not platinum?
no, he doesn't have any platinum albums, bro. And like
Zero?
that's not going to translate to the streaming era and him move numbers. Now they had a hell of a promo run that I haven't seen. And me and Sean talked about this. I haven't seen a promo run like that since Michael. But I think that's more so to get the Academy to look at you. You know what I'm saying, for the Grammys and all that. And he's plugged in. He's an actor in Hollywood. He's with Jennifer Hudson. You don't get on CBS mornings, without certain connections like that. So he had a hell of a promo run, but nobody, at least I didn't think it was going to translate into units. And then Sean want to come on here and be petty and point out that like it didn't move any units.
AG, respectfully. Real hip hop heads don't care about that. Nobody cares about him doing stuff to get a Grammy nominated. Like niggas in the street don't care.
Yeah, but nobody thought he was going to move units, though. Did you think he was really going to move units?
The way y'all been talking, yes.
No, come on, Sean.
The way the core hip hop populace plugged and talked about this record, AG, right. I wasn't expecting it to sell 150,000 the first week, but I was expecting it to do 25 to 50.
Mm-hmm.
The way they had time to do a rollout, the quality of the records, even with, and Sean, you're right about the album, the replay value of the album does suffer.
Mm-hmm. And a big mistake, they released 5 of the joints before the album even dropped.
Well, I told you I was kind of only with it because they were old school artists doing their old school thing, but I was worried about that. And I think it kind of bit them because I think the most catchiest records they already released before they dropped it. And that's not a good thing to get people to kind of go back to the album.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this, Coop. Do you go back and run the whole album from front to back, or do you just play certain joints? Because I got about 7 or 8 that I go back to. I don't really run the whole album like that no more.
I don't run the whole album like that because the album, when I'm chilling, how about this? You want to know what it is? It's almost too adult contemporary. If that even makes sense, it's too adult contemporary hip hop. It's not enough hop for my hip for my hop. You know what I'm saying? Not enough. Not enough. It's not making me. It's not making me hip. It's not making me hop.
Yeah.
No hop to my hip. No hip to my hop. You know what I'm saying? It's not doing that for me because here's the reality of the matter. If I want to sit back and chill and relax and have a glass of wine and get with the extra, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Yeah. It's I'm not going to play that album. I'm going to play some real jazz. I'm going to play some Charlie Parker. I'm going to play some Miles Davis. I'm going to play some John Coltrane. I'm really going to get that vibe on. You know what I'm saying? Right, there's other stuff that I play, and so that's what I mean about it being almost too much adult contemporary hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
But look at where we're at now. We've had some time to sit with it, but remember we was texting back and forth the next day after it came out, and I was like, "Yo, it don't have enough energy to it. It needs some more, some more bangers." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still blame you for the hook thing, bro. I'm not even coming off that. I counted.
You can't unhear it now, can you?
Yeah, Common got 2 hooks, and they half hooks on the whole album.
So
we're on our way, and Everything's So Grand are the only 2 joints he have half hooks on, and that's Coop's fault. I blame him for that because that's Common's bag, but it was hidden really well. But I blame Coop for that. So thank you for that, Coop. You ruined the listening experience for me.
Okay, so here's the thing with that makes me worry about it. It's well, when you told me that he doesn't have a platinum album, I actually thought about what I had said to AG and was like, damn, he doesn't do hooks well either. And my immediately thought after putting those two things together was, how can he be top 10 all time with that?
Well, that's the age-old debate. Does numbers matter or do they not matter? So,
I mean, you're okay. Like your hook game is kind of like, it's not necessarily part of your rhyme skill, but it is part of your repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guys that he is in, the spear with, are all sincerely better hook writers who have gone platinum.
the one, and I'll agree with that, Coop. The one thing I will say, Common is from the era where a hook had to be like a requisite on a track. Because if you take a little bit earlier than the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, a hook wasn't something that was necessary. You know what I mean? But you get into that early to mid 90s era, that became a standard in hip hop that was like a requisite, especially if you wanted to get on radio or have a hit record.
So let's juxtapose those things. Common's Can I Borrow $1, I think, comes out around the same time that you hear Halftime from Nas. Okay.
Yeah, 92. Yeah.
Okay. Same time. Resurrection, which is actually Common's second album, comes out the same year that Illmatic comes out. That's a 94 album, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean about the separation. Well, you just brought up AZ's Gimme Yours, where Nas is singing hook. That's 95. It was written. When we go back and listen to It Was Written, go listen to the hooks. He wrote and did most of those hooks. He did Street Dreams. He did I Gave You Power. Watch them niggas. He had Foxy singing with him, but you can tell that he wrote that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's Shootouts. Suspect.
But he's
got hooks on there.
Right.
And he got hooks on there because although he comes from the same era, same time, same age bracket, times have changed.
Right.
Now go to One Day It'll All Make Sense, because that's where you really notice the fact that Common understood the hooks were part of it, and that's when he started getting people to sing and getting people like Q-Tip and Black Thought to do because he really doesn't do hooks. That's why Lauryn Hill is on the first single of One Day It'll All Make Sense. That's why Erykah Badu is on there. That's why I like all those things on there. Even the Reminding Me of Seth, that's a sampled hook, but somebody singing.
Yeah. I mean, this is nothing new for him. I'm not even trying to hate on that, but he hit it well, and you pointed that out.
But what I'm saying is that became his go-to instead of learning how to write the hook. So he's sticking to his formula to a degree.
So would you say that's his Achilles heel?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And that's what I mean. It's like, well, when I think about that, it's like, well, how can he be top 10 with an Achilles heel like that? Think about this. Like, do you say that Nas, Big J, or Tupac struggle with hooks?
None of them.
No.
What about Ice Cube, Scarface, Ghostface?
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Think about it. Now, Kendrick.
Nope.
Method Man. Jadakiss.
Definitely, hell no. Method Man, arguably the best of them.
Yeah, he's the. Yeah.
Think about it. All the guys that are in the top 20, like, they're all pretty fucking.
Well, we talked about AZ, Lights and Bitches, AZ on the hook, and AZ on Do or Die got dope hooks. So that's the same time frame. That's 95.
I wouldn't put Jay in that because I don't think Jay is really a hook guy. Think about Jay's
he can do them when he wants to, but he has a lot of feature hooks.
A lot of feature hooks. He stays away from it.
He's a really great MC, so I don't like his skill. This is what I mean about like when you start splitting hairs. Well, his skill level at his peak is as such that it's like he can get away with that more than Common can because of the skill at which he executes stuff. Like he could do a PSA and it be a top 20 J song and he not sing the hook, and you never think twice about it because he's so in pocket. Delivery is so strong. Beat selection is excellent. Formats, entendres, layers, couplets, like bars, like brilliant.
He could do a hook when he want to do them. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from is dope. Probably my favorite J Hook, man, this is a hot take, but I love Who You With. That's one of
I
my
love Who
favorite J
You
Hooks.
With. I love Who You With. Though to get more shows to rip, I suggest you go and roll with the click.
Who You With? Yeah, that should go hard, bro. Sean, you hating?
And you know exists.
That is
bitch,
nasty.
Who you with? Can't scheme on them. Rockefeller got a team on them. Chicks, yeah,
that's really dope.
Crazy on there. I don't care what anybody says. He's crazy on there.
Yeah, Sean hating right now.
That's the record that made me realize that his flow was sick.
That's the record that made me realize that he wasn't him. That's the record like that.
Go to the next topic. Yeah. Go to the next topic. Common and Pete Rock are going to have to update this formula fast because they're going to have to improve these sales and give us a more hip hop ish album, like not adult contemporary hip hop, but a rap album. KD1 had Spicy, 27 Summers, Car 85, contemporary adult hip hop.
Well, then who needs to pivot, Pete or Common or both?
Both, mostly Common.
Okay.
Because the canvases are good. When somebody gives you a good canvas to paint on, it is about what type of painter you are. And so he could have fed some more energy into these songs. He could have made where it lacks in that authentic energy that a hip hop record is supposed to provide, that kind of like battery in the back that we always talk about. Like if it doesn't do that, make the content and the themes more witty, more inspiring, more cinematic, more thematic. Like a lot of these records, when I go back and listen to them now, it's like there are a lot of stories you could have told over these beats that probably would have like held better than the records that y'all chose to do.
If they'd have had about three more joints in the vein of Wise Up, then we having a different conversation.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how about this? Wise Up is what got me excited. That's my favorite joint on the record, but that's because it provides that classic core hip hop energy that I was expecting this album to provide. And it not providing that is leaving the album missing something, because that was the level. I was expecting them to do more offshoots of that than anything.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I can dig it. All jokes aside, all kidding aside, the album is still a good album. Let's see what volume 2, if there's a volume 2 that comes out. Unfortunately, this era of music is all about streams, and guys, our legends like Common, Pete, others, they're going to suffer from that because they're from the physical era. And AG pointed something out to me, and I want us to move on. But I just want to say this and move on. But AG pointed out something to me yesterday. That he was saying how, when Jay would have, like, if Jay go double platinum, Nas typically go platinum, or Jay go triple, Nas to go double. And it wasn't because of the quality of the album. It was just pretty much the outlets of the album, the reach of the album, and the access. Right, because you got Def Jam, who was everywhere. And a lot of times when Def Jam was putting out projects, they were attached to a soundtrack, attached to something else that helped move the numbers a lot. So you have more access. Yeah.
Well, how about this? Let's look at it like this. If I Am doesn't get bootleg, first of all, it still moved like 3 million records almost. Something like that. I think
it did end up going triple.
Like it went up going triple, but initially it was like 2.7, 2.8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it went pretty much gold the first week.
Imagine if it doesn't get bootleg, though. You're telling me it doesn't do 4 million?
No, it does do 4 million, because if it was a double album like it was intended, you remember those units counted twice.
Yeah.
So he would have been, so instead of 2.7, he would have done 5.4.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And then we're not having like this conversation about like record sales even in relation. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm always mindful about like not only like when you sell it, but like how it happens and what era you sold it in. That's why I tell people, it's like, I'm not being funny when I say this. It's like, oh no, Snoop Dogg's 5 mil in the era that he did 5 mil, that's bigger than your 10 mil.
That looks different.
He did it in a time when solo rap artists didn't do that.
Yep.
Like if you went double, it was a big deal.
And rap didn't have the outlets. See, you and Sean's point.
Exactly.
So much so where Big had to point it out. trying to sell
Right.
records like Snoop. Oops.
Because when you're selling 5 million records in a rap climate in 1993 and 94 as a solo artist, like we didn't have 5 million subscribers to anything total hip hop. That's why he's rap's first superstars, because he broke the boundary down where it's like, oh no, people who are not acquainted with what we have going on over here are listening to Snoop and listening to this rap album. Correct. This rap album has crossed over in a good way because it's a gangster rap album. It's just a gangster party rap album, but it's still a gangster rap album.
And Chronic didn't do 5 mil. Let's keep it real. And Dre was already a household name.
No, it did 3, and it didn't hit 4 till Doggy Style came out and started running. It made people go back and grab the Chronic. So it really was like a 3 to 5 situation. Truthfully.
Yeah, because you had a whole coast on your side as opposed to a borough or the city of New York. You know what I mean? You had a whole coast that was riding with you to get that momentum going. Very similar to what we're seeing with Kendrick. And that's why Lupe would need to be very careful how he get himself injected into this battle. Because what Lupe thinking is that
this is not a good show for me. I just want to cut you off. This is not a good show for me.
But you know, when Lupe claimed the victory over Coop, I think it was last year before last.
What? He claimed what? Don't start that shit.
Shaw, wow, man. Like,
don't start that.
When we had the Coop and Lupe wars, and Coop edge out. I mean, Lupe edge out Coop in the 3rd round. I think he feels now he's ready for K-Top. I mean, you got
this Coop. Is like making Coop pick the lesser of two evils, bro. It's crazy.
So awful.
Coop got to pick a side because when Lupe was going at Coop, you know, I was like, yo, this Lupe and Coop war is getting interesting. You know? So,
you know, he pissed me off so much. I woke up one morning and hit him on Twitter and called him by his government name on Twitter.
Yo, Lupe gonna come at you with a katana, Coop.
I don't give a fuck. Nobody thinking about Lupe. Nobody worried about
it.
Coop, you gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side, Coop.
You know,
I love this show because you got
this is the worst. This is the worst.
Lupe gonna anime punch Coop.
This is the worst, like 20th episode, like any podcast has ever had. I just want to say, like, this is the worst. Like, this is not where I want to be. You want to know what, AG? You're right. This isn't always a safe place. This whole episode, not a safe place.
Try to tell you.
The people want to know because
not a safe place. People want to know. You want to know what I think? I think like it's so horrendous. It's not even horrendous. It's the fan base that's horrendous. But when I actually have to side with Kendrick, because quite frankly, you are coming off like a hater. And I know that you're a hater because I've watched you pull up on Twitter and start hating on my ass out of nowhere. So I know that you're a hater. I know first, this isn't secondhand smoke. This is firsthand smoke. I know that you're a hater. You're a hater. You need to say it. This is what I mean. When people roast me and say, no, when people roast me and sit up here and try to say, you just want Lupe from the Cool. I want Lupe from the Cool because Lupe on the Cool was on track to be Kendrick before Kendrick. But no, he wants to talk schematics. He wants to talk physics and molecular biology. And like, don't nobody want to hear that shit. I've been saying it. So tired of saying it. Dumb It Down was his level. And every time I say that, people are like, he had so many more lyrical songs than that. I know. I'm aware. I said his level was Dumb It Down because you know what Kendrick has been doing his whole career? Different versions of Dumb It Down.
Yeah.
Because he understands something that Lupe doesn't, which is, no. You might operate on this level, but don't everybody need to see that you operate that level? Like if you're a samurai, nobody needs to know that you can kill them with one stroke until you need to kill them with one stroke. Now would be the time to exercise all that lyrical exercise. But it's too late. And you come off like a hater. And I still have your deleted tweets. The end. I won. Now go teach at MIT or Columbia, wherever the fuck it is you want to teach. But stop hating on Kendrick. don't believe I'm saying this. To Kendrick's fan base, I want to let you know that this is me taking up for Kendrick. I still can't stand you. You're the worst people that I know in rap.
I think you're just being competitive, Coop. I think you want to be Kendrick's biggest hater and not Lupe.
I think that's why I got Coop versus Lupe
to see who can hate on Kendrick more.
I'm not hating.
Nah, you kept it real, Coop. You kept it real, Coop.
This is rooted in some fundamental truth. And why does Lupe look? How about this? You want to know how? You know what made me think that Lupe is a hater? I didn't feel that way until today. And something told me, like, you know what, Coop, like, you know, you're fairly good at investigative reporting. Just go look up Lupe and Kendrick in the Sphere and see what it pulls up. Do you know how many things it pulls up when you pull up Lupe versus Kendrick? There's stuff that's been said 10 years ago,
over
4 years ago, 3 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. He's been doing this to Kendrick.
Right.
Yeah.
Now stop picking on Kendrick.
Yeah.
I mess with Lupe and I'm a Lupe fan, but I think it's a lot of envy there. You look at the time when Lupe came out, like around 05 and stuff.
That's one of the 7 deadly sins. Tell that to your MIT class, nigga.
It is. The era that Lupe came out in, you know, he was a super lyrical guy, and then you had your Jeezys and you know, guys like Rick Ross coming out. And I think Lupe looks at how Kendrick is heralded in this era and feels like he should have had the same fanfare. But Lupe had some, you know, things going on in his career. He had some label politics issues and all that stuff. I mean, he was moving units and doing numbers after the Cool and, you know, with the Superstar record and all that. But I really think that he feels like he should be in where Kendrick is now, that he should have Kendrick's spot. And
he should, but he doesn't. He should, but
I mean, things work out the way they work out. But if it comes down to a lyrical sparring match, you know, I don't even know. I think that Lupe could fade Kendrick in that lyrically, but I think it'd be one of those things where Kendrick's fan base is too big and too loud for Lupe to even win a verbal sparring match like that. You know what I'm saying? If he and like you said, Coop, if he gets on his lyrical schmiracle stuff and tries to really outbar him, then he's going to get lost on that with a lot of the people because they don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? So
here's the thing: he is a brilliant writer and brilliant lyricist, and so how about this? His level is a level up from Meet the Grams lyrically. That would be his approach to the Battle of Kendrick. What Kendrick did to Drake with Meet the Grams, like the psychological analysis and lyrical breakdown, that's actually what Lupe would provide Kendrick with. Like, Kendrick would be Drake in that situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he would be big pop. He would be the big pop star with the catchy sing-songy stuff versus like the MC's MC.
That's a good observation. I'm a Royce fan, and Royce is super lyrical, but he sent Royce to the shadow realm. Let's be real. I don't think Royce put out anything since. But
no, he put out something that just wasn't good. Like, he hadn't been the same. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't, and I'm a big Royce fan.
Yeah, I mess with Royce.
I've said a lot of the times that I think Royce might be the best overall MC that came out of Detroit.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not mad at that take.
He has records that make you feel that way. So,
but I think with Lupe, we got to keep the same energy with Lupe as we did with Rick Ross. Like, Sean was real pissed off about Ross entering the chat and inserting himself into the beef or whatever. Lupe has got to be the same thing, man. Like, you know, this whole thing don't concern you. So, like, why even, you know, keep weighing in on it? He even said, like, I saw on Twitter today where he said something about that and I think it was just to be petty. He said out of the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, the only songs he heard was Push Ups and Champagne Poetry by Ross, and he didn't listen to any other songs. I don't care. You can't go nowhere without hearing Not Like Us. He's heard that record.
Oh yeah.
Well,
he's trying to act like I didn't check for nothing else except for Champagne Poetry and Push Ups. Bro, you heard that record. And another thing I heard, you know, Joe asked him about it. Joe Budden interviewed Lupe and asked him about it. And Lupe did say, I don't have no problem with Kendrick. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to think I'm the best, which is true. But he said it was no problem. But then the interview went left. I don't know how many of y'all heard it. Let's just say it involves like, VR headsets and like porn and stuff. So if Kendrick was to battle Lupe, Kendrick got ammunition just right there served up on a silver platter.
If Coop would have circled the wagons and tried to get that win back, he has ammo now.
Yeah, that was a wild combo that shouldn't have been on the airwaves.
Yeah. He went crazy too. He went.
Yeah, and then bro said, let me chill. A lot of my listeners are Muslims.
yo, Lupe is wild.
I'm just gonna check the interview out. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, and to Coop's point, he said a lot of the conscious cats be the worst ones, bro. Like,
no, I keep trying to tell you that these are the worst niggas ever. Okay?
He proved it too. He went crazy on that.
Kendrick, Lupe, Talib, Yachty, all these pro-black be having 17 kids with 14 baby mamas and be kicking all this righteous stuff to you. Ain't never seen a church, a synagogue, a prayer rug, like be talking that shit to you.
Yeah. I mess with Lupe, but I don't think nobody, at the end of the day wants to see that battle.
Look, the tweets that he deleted, which I still have, by the way. I don't know.
You mentioned it a time or two.
Yo,
tweets. It's a mark of the loss. The mark of the loss. It's like, oh, you out here deleting tweets, fam. I got you in your feelings. I got you saying stuff you didn't say. Like, I done rode in all the Maybachs and fucked all the models. Yeah. The deleted tweets say shit like that because I had him in his feelings. That's how I know I won. He who angers you, controls you. And I had control. It felt real, real good because he tried me in these streets. If you ever try me again, you got me taken up for Kendrick. You're just making me not like you even more. Making me take up for Kendrick in his whack ass fan base.
Damn, Coop still fan base.
I don't like his fan base. I'm so sick of people taking up for him.
Cool.
I'm over. But your disdain for Lupe is even more.
The music is supposed to be your talking piece, not these terrible ass fans. And yes, I think Lupe is so awful that even in a choice between Lupe and Kendrick, I'm choosing Kendrick. What does that tell you?
That says a lot. This says a lot. I mean, especially with y'all beef, you and Lupe. I enjoyed it.
Me and Lupe don't have beef.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys go at each other again.
He said, I think that you think that you're smarter than me. And I'm thinking, who the fuck wakes me up and says something like that on Twitter?
He did say that. Cool. He did say that.
I remember that.
I actually liked that tweet when he said it. I liked it.
You liked it? What kind of shit is that?
I liked it.
Yo, I'm not joking. Like half of that shit. And I wasn't even out my bed. I was like at the edge of my bed. Like, is this nigga really doing this today?
Yo, he was.
Sean reposted it.
I was about to get fired. It's like, am I being punked or something? Am I being pranked on Twitter? Is this nigga really pulling up? I think that you think that you're smarter than me. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's 9:30 in the morning. What are you doing?
Yo, I like that joint.
I
reposted it with the eye emoji.
You reposted it? You gave this nigga more airtime?
Sean reposted it with a skateboard emoji saying go kick push up on you. Cool.
You know the skateboard emoji when they kind of like that, they had their hand to the back
the kick flip
like this. Yo, that's the one I posted.
Yeah, this is not a safe space. It's not. It really isn't.
I'm sorry.
Not a safe space.
I'm sorry.
Can't wait till man.
If you are, you are.
I got an appointment with a couple of therapists, like 10. I got like 10 appointments.
My bad.
It's like, well, the pod used to be the safe space, but
my bad, man.
Now Sean's here.
My bad, man. I was doing it time you was with A2HH, man. Mike had messaged me and said, "Yo, make sure you retweet that."
I mean, and that sounds like some sucker
read
shit.
Read the super chat, Sean. Read the super chat, bro.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, you can shout him out if you want to. I won't be doing that shit.
Yo, you retweet that done.
Yeah.
Yo, he said, LOL, cool. Yo, shout out to Mad Max. Queens get the money. LOL, cool. Was saying, hold up. Was saying this about Lupe and dudes was hating on Coop. Now that Lupe is outside, co-signing Drake, people say what Coop was saying before. But F dot Dottie's Lupe not wrong. Mad Max don't like none of them. Mad Max does not care, and he doesn't like none of them.
He doesn't like Kendrick. He's not. He's worse than me.
He's
hard. He's hard.
I will agree.
He's hard on Kendrick.
Mad Max doubles down.
I've had to tell Mad Max to chill on the Kendrick talk. How about that?
Yeah.
He'll be like, yo, fam, it's like you're going too far. Like you've gone too far. We need to bring you back. Come back. Come back to me.
Tracy G with the $10 super chat says, guys, Lupe is interviewing right now with Curtis King, and he says why he stopped listening after Rick Ross and why he actively chose not to listen to the beef. Very good interview. Tracy, I hope he says
he stopped listening because he had to put the VR glasses on.
He did.
Ooh, 50? 50?
No, Lupe.
He's interviewing right now.
That's what Lupe said?
Yeah.
Lupe said enough of these raps, man. I'm putting these VR glasses on.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yo, putting on VR glasses.
Who does that?
Who
does that? Who does
Lupe,
that?
Yo, man.
Man.
I gotta send you that interview, Coop. That joint went left. It's crazy.
Here, this and people wonder why I love Pusha T so much. It's like, nah, give me some half a brick talk if you just gonna behave this way in real life. Yo, this is who you're gonna be in real life, man. Fucking weirdos. Like, I'm sorry.
This dude put on VR glasses to watch. He jumped on the show, was like, yo, where the Twitter porn go? Like, what? like what just happened? This came out of nowhere. Like, where the Twitter porn go?
Yeah, man. Yeah, him and Joe's combo went left.
Yeah, that shit went way left. Even Joe got uncomfortable. And that's Joe. And you know
that's saying a lot.
Joe is nasty. He got uncomfortable.
A lot.
Yeah.
How do you make Joe uncomfortable?
Exactly.
You know
Joe was like, I didn't even.
Shit he says?
Yo, Joe was like, I didn't even know that part. He's like, I don't even know about that.
Look, how did you make it? How did you make it unsafe for Joe on his show? Tell me how you did that.
Right. So cool. You got some ammo, man. Cool. If you want to re-engage in this beef, you got ammo, bro. Like honestly, you got ammo. I'm here for you.
I want just go teach the white people what you think you know about rap and leave me alone. Like, you know, like I guess whatever.
He did the album from the perspective of Amy Winehouse as a battle rapper. Coop keep messing around. He gonna do an album from the perspective of Coop's glasses.
Yo, talking to him. Yo, pick me up now so you can see better. Put me down and don't see the weather. Like, yo, my bad, Cool. It's AG, man. AG is a
no, I'm saying.
No. Yo, it's not a safe therapy.
Yo, Bypass TV say, he said, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. The room was already freaky. I don't care if it's freaky or not. We just making jokes about it. Nigga, fuck you too. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
who does that? What the fuck? Like, what do we have? No. At least our audience is growing.
Yeah, our audience Bypass TV. Yeah. You still gonna joke.
Growing.
Yeah, you still catching straight. Shout out to you, babies, freaky. Yeah, shout out to the freaky people though. Real talk. Bypass might be freaky. That's why Bypass saying that. Bypass is like, yo, Bypass was one of the ones trying to figure it out.
You know, Lupe just forced me into a neighborhood that I haven't been invited into. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. It's like no. It's like all the people that are like Kendrick fans are like, man, fuck Coop. Like, we ain't trying to hear that. Like, we're not letting him over here. Don't come over here now, Coop, because you don't like Lupe.
You're an honorary member now.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be that. That made me part of the worst fan base ever. So I don't want any honorary degrees or membership. Like, I prefer if you not touch me when we're close.
Yeah.
No hands off me. Say to yourself, no dap, no.
You ain't getting that OBO butter soft leather. What if you get a PG Lane joint? You rock that, Coop?
White butter soft leather.
A PG Lane joint? You ain't gonna rock that?
No. Fuck no. Nobody wants that. Who wants that?
Man.
Have you heard? Never mind.
No, man. This all love, man. It's all jokes. Man. It's all jokes. It was a good joint, man. But it's all jokes. I ain't want to offend nobody.
This battle is a joke. Where's Cole at?
It is.
Bullshit.
It is.
How many more topics that make me feel unsafer do we have left? Can you tell me that?
Really? I think we.
Can somebody blink twice in this motherfucker?
No, we'll throw you a bone. So Drake did come back out with another joint with Yachty.
Now you can throwing me bones like I'm a dog. What?
I just that's yo, man. That's good talk, man. My bad, man. I don't want no beef, fam.
Oh yeah, sure you don't. Sure you don't. Nice J. Cole and Lupe topic off the dome.
Yo, look at Drake, man. Drake can't take himself.
Why they capture Yachty like that? Yachty like
because Yachty's slow. That's why, man. What do you think? What do you think? Yachty's slow, man. What do you think? Like that? Catch him. That's how you look.
This is a wild 20th episode, man. Like
yeah, because y'all, man, y'all are being crazy, man. Why they catch him like that? You ever see Yachty? You ever hear Yachty rap?
Sean's actually right.
That's who he is. He looks crazy. He looks goofy. But they do have a joint called Super Soaker. It sounds like, honestly, fellas, it sounds like Drake trying to get back into that bag again, man. He said he was going to start getting into that bag of, just making music that people love, that his audience love. I don't like it. I don't like it because you was the one who came out there talking crazy about K-Dot, and you act like you wanted to smoke. You act like you was with all of it. And things didn't shake out where you probably thought it was going to shake out. And now all of a sudden you want to give the fans what they want from you, which is the kind of music you were making. What you guys think about that? Y'all think he's going the safe route or just set up?
Drake need to hang around some spitters, bro. Like, I'm gonna just call it what it is. I'm tired of him being always with Yachty and Sexy Red. Like, hang around some spitters, man, and get your lick back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that was great and well said. May I piggyback?
Mm-hmm.
This record not that good. It's just okay. It's okay at best. And so it's Yachty's fault and Drake's fault. This record is just okay. It's not doing as well as Drake records usually do. Has nothing to do with the battle. It's just the record's not as good.
It's okay at best. It's something like...
It's not up to snuff. It's not battle related. Now, is it battle related psychologically in quality of record? Well, you could say that if it was his record, but it's not his record. This is a guest appearance.
Yeah.
Man. Drake got more guest appearance than a Las Vegas prostitute. Okay.
He's out there pumping it. Pause. He out there trying to
like a Las Vegas prostitute.
AG, man.
Yeah, he just need to hang around some spitters, bro. Like, stop chilling with Yachty. Stop chilling with Sexy Red.
Yeah.
Get in the studio with some spitters, man, so you can come back and gain your respect back.
I don't know, fellas. This is who he is.
I think he's in a position. He's not in the same position Cole is in. Like, how about this? Cole making album of the year fixes some stuff.
Yeah.
Drake just making a great record with a few bangers changes everything again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, there was that dark moment where that happened, and now we're back to the status quo. You get what I'm saying? It's like, a great album for him changes everything again. You know what I'm saying? I disagree. It's like when that nasty bastard made Chocolate Factory. It's like when that nasty bastard made Chocolate Factory. It's like, oh no, it changed everything. You forgot he was sleeping with 14-year-old.
Yeah, that was a wild time. I slightly disagree though, because I was talking to one of my homies before. This is when For All the Dogs dropped, so this is way before the beef. I was talking about Drake fatigue then. Like, dude may need to fall back because he dropped so consistently. People in his fan base that, like, he was really at the top of the game, and then you started seeing you know, a lot of the females turn on him and stuff, and they was just tired of, you know, listening to him. So I was like, since the fatigue is real, then he just needs to fall back. And then, because For All the Dogs really wasn't any, I ain't gonna say any good, but it wasn't that good. But then he circled the block and dropped the Scary Hours 3 and gained a lot of respect back, because he did for over 6 songs what we wanted him to do, was like really rap. So that gained him a little bit more, it bought him a little bit more time, but my stance still stayed the same. Like, bro, just fall back and let the people miss you a little bit. And after this battle, loss is even more evident, man. Just like, you know, it's not that it's not safe for him to come outside, but like, do you really need to be outside making music right now? Just lay low, fall back for like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? 2025, put something out. You don't have to be out in the public eye. It's like he can't help himself.
He can't because he can't afford to do that, AG. He can't afford to do that for who he is, because he's always been outside. So the biggest admission to defeat would be to go inside. Because then the talk would not only be, it's like, oh, well, Kendrick got Not Like Us, and this nigga Drake inside for the first time. This shit over. So he has to be outside right now, because that's part of his persona and image. That's part of him being the biggest quote-unquote star in rap, is him being outside and available all the time. If he changes that availability, if he changes those habits, if he changes that process, then it looks like Kendrick got to you not just on wax, but personally, psychologically, to the point that it affected your motion, your literal motion, as in how you move.
I see your point, because that's who he always is. But if I'm going for an angle, if I'm Drake, I'm always outside. Kendrick is usually inside, right? But if the people, you know, say you won this battle, then I'm gonna leave you with the champion you chose, and say, okay, we'll let this guy hold you down for the next few summers. I'm gonna disappear for a little bit, and then see how bad y'all miss me, because the guy that y'all put into the forefront, we'll see if he can continue to hold it down after this, you know, this wave of Not Like Us disappears. So I'm with you in what you're saying, Coop, but I'm letting the, you know, Drake lost, yes, but I'm making the people live with their choice and say, okay, he won, he's the champion. Let's see how well he holds you down.
But what if
in my absence?
What if he can't do that?
AG, I hear you, Sean. What if he can't do that? Right. In real life, AG, I feel you. In rap life, I'm like, I don't know if that's the wise move. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I'm not disagreeing with you ever. I'm just talking about what the wise move is.
Mm-hmm. But that's the only angle he can play to me, because if Kendrick doesn't do that, he could come back and say, yo, I told you so. You know?
The truth is somewhere in the middle, I think, of what both of us are saying.
Yeah.
It's
a gamble. It's a huge gamble.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know,
it's a huge gamble.
8 trips, 4, 5, 6. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how the dice fall, kind of like determine how the game goes when it comes to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But if he's just putting out stuff for the sake of putting it out, whether it be guest appearance or whatever, to me, that's like digging a deeper hole. You know what I mean? Because it's not a good look for you. You already took your L. If you're not putting out quality material and you just putting out joints just to put them out, then
See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean about the truth being in the middle. Do I think he needs to be as active as he's always been? No, because I think for anybody, no matter how great you are in this game, how you age in this game, where you can't put out material the same way that you used to put it out because you're not in your prime. Mm-hmm. And so those moments where, like, it's like, you remember when Dwayne Wade started losing his knees?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, you would see like a game where he would go get you 33. And then the next night he would go get you 17.
Mm-hmm.
Because knees wasn't the same. You'd be like, no, that guy still exists in there, but he only exists in spurts. When you only exist in spurts, you do have to be more mindful about your time. And so what I would like Drake to start doing is actually become more selective for this next process, because this next project, unlike J. Cole, doesn't need to be his best product, but it needs to be an uptick and a trend upwards in what the last 8 years worth of product has been. It needs to be an uptick from that. It doesn't have to be a take care. It doesn't have to be, if you're reading this, it's already too late. Like, it doesn't have to be that for Drake. It just needs to be of a high quality. He needs
to which crowd?
A couple of. Well, that's actually I was about to say. He needs him like a 5 a.m. in Charlotte 0 to 100 record. Like he needs a couple of those, but he also needs 2 or 3 of those. We're going home records. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to hit all of his bases, and he has a lot of bases to hit. And so I would hope that he would take a step away, not about the battle, but to make sure that he's crafting one of the better projects that he's crafted in a while, because that's what really fixes off all of this. Great albums really do fix your fucking problems as artists, no matter what's being said about you. The great album fixes it.
True.
Like best believe if Michael Jackson make fucking something comparable to Off the Wall or Thriller again around the time the History shit come out, ain't gonna be no trial. Ain't nobody gonna be thinking about that. Be like, man, this is the best shit since Thriller. This shit like crack. That's what people be talking about. They wouldn't be talking about fucking. You get what I'm saying? So that albums is what fixes all that. So Drake needs to he needs to be outside in a manner that he's outside, but he needs to be in the studio, like taking his best shots. Like think about 5 a.m. in Charlotte. It's like that's his best shot.
Yeah. That's my second favorite Drake record ever.
The shots that
right.
It's up there. I can't front. It's up there.
Oh no, not the Charlotte, the Toronto.
Energy back. That's why I brought up.
My fault. The 5 a.m. in Toronto is my second favorite. Not the Charlotte joint, but the Toronto joint.
He got to be more strategic. He's shooting at every target right now, not hitting the bullseye. He needs to be more strategic, man. That's his biggest problem right now, because his pride and his ego won't allow him to slow it down, take a look at the landscape and see where to go with it. You know what I mean? I think that's what's hurting Drake right now.
He's trying to come off as unbothered. To me, it's nothing wrong with falling back and regrouping and coming back stronger, but he's trying to come off as unbothered.
Right. Go back, get a fully loaded clip, and start shooting at everything. Let's get the super chats real quick. 007, what it do? Queens get the money. I'm gonna pull up on y'all drinks and hip hop talks, bro. Mad Max, 10 out of chat. People to Mad Max. And Yachty had the audacity to say BX dudes can't dress. That's my ass off. Someone get that man's. Yeah, my BX can't dress. Shout out to BX.
Oh man,
shout out to BX. So fellas, we about to come to the last couple of stretches, man. Last home run stretch. Let's go to Wayne and Cordae. Wayne and Cordae dropped some new music. Saturday mornings. Dope record. Dope record. Did y'all get a chance to listen to it and vibe out to it?
I did. I ran it back a couple times yesterday. It's a solid record. But I like their collab. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Coop.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying they had a previous collab on Cordae's last record called Sinister that I prefer over this one. But this is a dope little record. And, I got to see them. They came to West Virginia. They toured here together. Cordae was the opening act. Oh. And Wayne was the headliner and stuff. So it's dope to see them collab on a track.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to say, black rappers don't come to West Virginia for shows. So you need to stop lying to the people.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it.
Yo, we've had a lot of heat come through here. I ain't going to hold you.
I got you today.
Yo, y'all was tripping about my LL story. Y'all thought I was capping, like, for real, man. They had her held up in the wheelchair and it was teetering, and I was like nervous for old girl. Like, it was wild, bro.
The wheelchair story is totally out of pocket, out of line.
I swear to God, bro. I am not lying.
Don't lie. You're lying.
I'm not lying, bro. Like you said, LL would say stuff. Hey, listen.
LL Cool J don't come to West Virginia, AG.
Listen, Cool. You remember how you said like LL say stuff with authority? He was telling people in the crowd, he was like, yo, old girl, lift her up here. And they was looking like, for real? He was like, yo, yeah, put her up on stage, lift her up here. They picked up that chair, man. Listen, that joint had the lean.
Was it back like this? Was it like this?
It was. That joint was wild, bro.
Right. What's her hands like this when she was leaning back?
I'm not going into all that, bro. But it was scary. It was a scary moment. It was a scary moment.
That's how you get flagged, right there.
That's how you get to balance yourself out. Yo, West Virginia is wild. I'm just asking, like, get to balance yourself out. If you're being lifted on the wheel on the stage, you got like
LL wrong for that, bro. Like I don't even know. He was tweaking, man. To ask him like the crowd goers to lift the full wheelchair on stage.
You mind if I share?
The same God looking at the camera and did one of these things. Like, what do you act like that's not something that he would do? Like, this dude licked his hand in the middle in the camera at a basketball game. This is what he does, man. Like, this dude literally just did this and licked his hand like this. I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't even know what it means.
Y'all done.
I'm sorry. My bad, man. Went too
far.
No,
let me know when you finish. Let me know when you finish. You know what I thought? Man, this is such a not safe place. Because my first thoughts when I heard this record, no. It's not just you. I know that you all aren't safe and I can't trust you all for anything. Can't count on you niggas shit. But you know what I thought about today sincerely when I heard Wayne's verse? I was like, oh, so Wayne gonna take the feature run crown from J. Cole on top of all this other bullshit that's happening.
That's true.
That's sincerely what I thought.
Not on this one.
This 2020's feature run has been Wayne and Cole. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It has been.
So it's been. So who's winning this year? Right.
Yeah.
And really, kind of low key won last year. So it's kind of like, oh, it's 2-2. So it's like you losing the feature run too. You losing the top 3 run. You losing the feature run.
Yeah, Wayne was light on this one. This wasn't like on the level of the Rhapsody joint. Wayne was a little light on this one.
No, he is what. Here's the pocket that he's in that I'm really enjoying. He is what he needs to be on a beat. As soon as I heard the beat, I was like, oh no. I was like, Wayne got a flow for that beat. That's the first thing that I thought when I heard the beat. I was like, oh no, Wayne has a pocket. Like he's gonna slide into this pocket easy. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like the beat is more suited for him than for Corday, because when you get somebody like Wayne on a record, and he sprinkled a little goat talk in there. You hear that goat talk that Wayne spit out? Mm-hmm. This is also why I've always said, well, before we get to where Drake is all time, we should talk about where Wayne is all time, which is why when I brought up the battle, I was like, well, if Wayne is the nigga that's stepping outside against Kendrick, this shit look different too.
Yeah, I got Wayne higher than Drake all time.
I got Wayne higher than Drake and Kendrick all time.
I got Wayne and Kendrick next to each other. So pause, if applicable.
They're very close to each other on I'm kind of updating my list right now. They're close to each other on my list, but they're not next to each other.
Yeah.
I do have Wayne ahead. This feature run has something to do with the ahead, because when you really look at it, he has everything.
Does Corday remind you of Cole?
Huh?
Does Corday remind you of Cole?
He does, but he's not as good as Cole, and so it comes off. So it almost, here's how it feels to a core hip hop listener, not even saying myself. Well, a lot of people from our era feel like Cole's watered down.
Right.
So if Corday's a watered down version of Cole, these are the things that makes people from our era and older than us not as inspired by the hip hop culture, because they feel like it keeps on getting watered down. Like, I heard what he was doing on this record, and my thought really was when he got done, it's like, no, that was nice, but you put Wayne on this record. And the Wayne that I've been hearing feature rise the last 4 years, it's like, oh no, he about to scramble you like grits and put like some cheese on top with a little garlic powder and salt and pepper and like call it a day and eat you for breakfast.
I just wish Wayne could translate that into his own project. Currently.
He's currently, yes, but has the Carter 1, 2, and 3 album wise.
Yeah.
Because right now he just rapping right now. I think Wayne just rapping right now.
He loves to rap. If he was a hooper, he'd be a gym rat. Like, I mean, bro loves to rap.
Right.
No, I think he had a moment where he didn't love the rap, but I think he came out to spar, and I think what we're really seeing in this trend of all-time great rappers coming out to play is that they actually all have a little bit of a break somewhere.
Yeah.
Like LL's first real break didn't happen till he was like I don't know, 25 years in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nas is taking a break. There's the Kendrick break. We have no evidence outside of these diss records that the break's not still currently going on. Actually, we do, because we just heard a snippet of a record, and if it sounds like that, you can keep that. But most of your great rappers take breaks.
Yeah.
Ghost is taking a break.
Yeah.
Scarface took a break.
Yeah.
Rakim took a long ass break. KRS-One, Slick Rick, Kane, G-Rap.
Jay still pending.
Jay still pending. Yeah. So, they need to charge the battery back up like we do. They need to go back around and get inspired again. One of the best things about the L interview is like when he was like, he's like, I went back to New York. He's like, but I went back to New York.
Right.
Like, I didn't go back and go stay like in the suite in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went back to like Farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So there's
he was on the train.
Yeah. Like I remember, like Capone I remember Noriega talked about he did that for the album when Capone came home, the reunion. Yeah. He's like, I got fancy. He's like, I went platinum. I did this. I did that. He's like, no. He's like, I took the jewels off and I rode the train and we went like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes the artists got to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually just what I've been asking Kendrick to do. Like all the shit he's been doing is just the shit that I've been asking him to do. All right. Kendrick.
He has another verse that's come out in this DJ Premier joint called "You Don't Stop" with Rick Ross and Big Sean on the hook.
Of course he does. Lil Wayne don't stop. That's who don't stop.
No.
Yeah, that's dropping at midnight tonight.
Not sure how I feel. I heard snippets of it. Heard the beat. The beat, it sounds fire. I heard Ross verse, and I heard a little bit of Wayne.
We can't trust you with the Ross verse. I'm sorry.
I just don't want to hear.
Me and AG will be auditing that.
I just don't want to hear Ross right now, and I don't like Wayne getting on the joint with Ross.
That's what I was about to say. Yep.
I don't like.
It's probably pieced together.
It is pieced together. So
DJ Premier's clips.
Yeah, Primo. He did say that. He said that he got a verse from Ross. He got a verse from Wayne. Yeah, he got a verse from Sean. So he kind of just Wayne told him whatever you want to put it there. So I still would have liked for him to say, if Ross is going to be on there, put me on another joint. If you have another joint coming out, put me on another joint. Don't put me on the joint with Ross right now, personally. But I get it. But I think that this is the time to show more unity, or show some kind of allegiance to somebody. You know what I mean? Maybe the person that you signed personally. Maybe the person that's on your record label. Maybe so some kind of allegiance to him in some capacity. But again, Wayne is going to always be like, what do you call it, Switzerland? Like when you cool with everybody. That's what Wayne is going to be. Yeah, that's what Wayne is going to be. I get it.
I think he had a relationship with Ross before Drake came around, for one.
Mm-hmm.
He did. You're right, Coop.
Yeah.
And I think also for two, like I met him one time. He is about as cool and as affable and as approachable as a superstar rapper has ever been.
Yep.
Like you really could like say what's up to him and he'll like, smoke with you, drink with you, like talk shit with you, like kick it with you. And you'll almost forget like that you're talking to Wayne. And so like I think he has a mentality where he's like, I've survived everything and I think I'm the greatest, and niggas really don't want it on the mic with me. Mm-hmm. So if Ross is the one, how about this? He looks at it like, okay, Big Sean, Rick Ross, and Lil Wayne are on a record together, produced by DJ Premier. Who's the real draw?
Wayne.
Yeah.
And that's how Wayne's carrying. It's like, it's not about, no, I shouldn't pull myself off of a record. I'm the draw on the record, nigga. Right. Like, if you got a problem, you pull your shit off the record. I'm Wayne.
Right. No, I get it.
You get what I'm saying? So this is one of the moments where Wayne is kind of like, it's subtle, but it's another King move where it's like, no, I'm Wayne. Like, I'm the draw on this record, nigga. If that nigga got a problem, tell him to pull his shit off the record. I'm Wayne. I'm going to move this record.
I'm with you. I'm just hyped to hear Wayne over DJ Premier Production again, because that joint that was on the Hip Hop 50 EP with him and Slick Rick, I thought that was a dope joint. You know, I think Wayne did his thing over at Premier Production.
I thought it might have been the best joint on the album.
Either that or the Remy, and Rhapsody joint. Yeah, one of those two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, no, that Joey Badass joint was a fire. Man, that EP was slept on while you playing. Like, that joint was solid.
Yeah.
That Joey Badass joint was tough.
How about this? The EP is good when you play the songs by themselves. EPs still need to have cohesion too, and so the EP should have been longer. It should have just been a full-length player.
Yeah. Even that Swizz joint was like that too. Very
Fair
similar.
enough.
Yeah. Even that Swizz joint. Yeah. So, fella, that's all we have. I mean, in the save rounds, New York State of Mind or Empire State of Mind with Diamond, with Alicia Keys and Jay. Not my favorite song, but you know, again, each their own, I guess. It went down. I thought it was already Diamond, to be quite honest. How much airplay it was getting.
We all thought it was Diamond already.
I did too.
I think the surprising part for me is the fact that it actually took this long to go Diamond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's almost
that seems crazy to say about a Diamond record.
Right.
But I'm actually surprised that it took this long, because when we got the word that it went Diamond, we was all like
how? When?
Like that? Oh, that just happened like this year? It's like,
but that's Jay's biggest record, though.
It is, and now I don't even like that.
It's his biggest record. Is his biggest record?
His biggest record.
That's his biggest record.
See,
it's bigger than Hard Knock Life, Big Pimp. It's bigger than all those.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
Yo, Sean, let me ask you this: as a native New Yorker, do you feel like New York State of Mind is like old New York, and do you feel like Empire State of Mind is gentrified New York?
It is. I thought you were about to say, is it New York? But like, whoa, that's a great. I never heard anyone said that. Absolutely correct. Is gentrified New York State of Mind. That's a great way of putting. You finally contributing to the show. That's
foul.
I didn't mean to say that out loud. I ain't gonna front. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I thought I was saying it to myself.
Contributing to the show.
I thought I was saying it to myself.
That's foul, man.
My bad, man. I'm about to take this generic honey pack real quick. Y'all don't mind. I hope she's still up. I don't want to take this thing. I go.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is where we need to go off air.
This is what I'm talking about you. Never go on social media about anything. What is that? Is that tonic? What are you? I don't want to know.
It's a generic honey pack. Oh, if you sleep, if you sleep, I'm in trouble. Yo,
you gonna need to put the VR headsets on like Lupe.
Yo, I'm gonna get my daughter's VR headset. Like, yo, baby, can I get
cut the feed? Cut the feed.
We'd like to thank you for another episode. We'd like to thank you for another episode of Hip Hop Talks. Please click like and subscribe to the page. The last 30 seconds by Sean are no reflection of how AG, the rest of the Hip Hop Talk staff, feels about. Are you still sucking on the honey pack? Pause. I'm out.
Log off.
Let me go.
Log off.
Let me go.
Episode 20.
Let me go. Drop zone. Let me out the plane.